Day 1 and 5 stages. Special Stage 1, 27 kilometres long and aptly named Amazing. Special Stage 2, the 11 kilometres Cape Ad stage. Stage 3, a tough 15 kilometres. Subaru and Impreza, the two super special stages back at Killarney, wind up the day. Special Stage 1 and Enzo Kuhn and Martin Buerta are first away and hoping for a better result than the last one, when the engine of their Sasol dual-fuel Volkswagen Golf expired on Stage 4. But within minutes, the team are using a different mode of transport. Their race is run as they suffer another engine failure 5 kilometres into the stage. It's the penultimate round of the South African National Rally Championship, and for current log leaders Hutting and Judd, the title's almost there.
At this stage, we've still got the championship in the back of our minds, but our mindset on the start of every event, flat out, win the event, and as the event progresses, we'll obviously just see what tactics we need to apply.
Obviously this rally a lot different to the last one. 1 second finish, very dry roads. Now we're looking at a complete opposite.
Yeah, I believe they've had quite a bit of rain. So, you know, water plays a big part in these stages. And I think if we can get a clean run with no splutters and no stops, it'll be okay.
Those last words almost prophetic as we watch the current champion Serge Damso and navigator Guy Hodgson. With no hope of retaining his title, the Castrol Toyota team are out to ensure that the Manufacturers' Championship won't be going to the Eastern Cape. The sensation of the season has got to be the Subaru Impreza of Johnny Gemmell and Gideon Trollope. In their first season of national running, they finished 5 out of 6 events and 3 of these on the podium. And it looks like another one could be on the cards as Gemmell wins the stage by 15 seconds from Damso, with Habig a further 7 seconds back. Schalk Burger and Pete Swanepoel in their Subaru Impreza WRX on one of their rare appearances on the local scene as the newly crowned All-Africa champions.
Yeah, it was quite an experience travelling up north in Africa. To get there was a bit difficult, and we're very happy with the result for us and the team and the sponsors. I think it was an excellent year for us. 4 wins out of 5 rallies, which we're very happy with. Well, it is a Group N car in 4, which is 2-litre turbo, 4-wheel drive. You can't really do much to the engine. The engine is restricted with the turbo to a 32mm restrictor, so it's not even an open turbo, which brings it down in horsepower. For the rest of the car, the suspension, it's open. You can change the shock absorbers. The gearbox, we've got the latest crash gearbox in it. And then the high torque engine. But the rest of the car, it's a standard car. And the car is now done 2 seasons. And it's absolutely phenomenal how strong this car is. The only thing that disadvantage in these cars is when it comes to deep water. I had experience last year up in Kenya. They don't like deep water. But if your approach is fast, then it goes through the water. So we should have an advantage on the other cars. But again, you must get to the end of the rally to get the results.
And that end came for Berger on Special Stage 1 when the front differential cried enough. Early problems for Jürgen Fecken and Dave Lukowitz as their Sasol dual-fuel Volkswagen Polo player suffers a lack of drive. Rapidly catching the ailing Polo is the team total Corolla of Etienne Lawrence and Robert Paisley. Having passed Fecken, the Corolla team push hard to retain their A6 championship lead. Fighting for grip, Tjaap van der Walt and Cindy Harding in their Sasol dual-fuel Volkswagen Polo player have also passed their teammate and take the A7 lead. Fecken struggles on, his problem a broken drive shaft. Despite completing the stage, the team is forced to retire on Stage 3. Jean-Pierre Damso and Graham Hooper are 5th quickest on the stage and lead class A6. On board with JP, and we get a first-hand view of the difficult driving conditions following the recent heavy rains. The team total Nissan Sentra of Hannes Krobler and navigator Wiley Harrington off to a good start. they would have an off-road excursion ending their rally on stage 3. Divi Maria and Dani Duval's first run with the new engine, and Divi's complaining of a lack of top-end power. It's been a torrid year for Barry Cropper and Mike Burrows, and it's not going to get any better, as they're plagued with a misfire throughout the event. Sassel Dual-Fuel Volkswagen Polo player teammates Tony Ball and navigator Gerard Snyman from Natal. Followed by the Eastern Capes, Keith Coleman and Uwe Koch in a similar car. Fernando Rueda with Pierre Ariz in the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo let everyone know their intentions by posting the 4th fastest time for the stage. After a non-finish on the mountain trail, Dean Saunders fights to regain the Class N2 championship lead. Leading N2 by only 4 points, Visser Duplessis and Thilo van Westenhagen need to keep the pressure on Saunders, but get a little too enthusiastic, costing them valuable seconds. Local team and brother-in-laws, Nigel Dodgen and Patrick Johnson. Fresh from their N2 class victory in the previous event, Richard Bem and Grant Sinclair have a short outing when the gearbox of the Palbin Corolla RSI fails later in the stage. Join us for more Cape Rally action right after the break. To close the gap and a 4th fastest in the stage. Just 1 second behind, Rueda and Ariz. In second position overall, Damso and Hodgson are on a charge to pull back the leader and record a time of 6 minutes and 38 seconds. But Gemmell responds and equals Damso's time to hang on to that 15-second lead. On to stage 3, and Lawrence and Paisley are trading their team total teammates Damso and Hooper by 16 seconds. Van der Walt and Harding are 4th fastest in the stage and 5th overall. Still pushing on, the Mitsubishi of Rueda and Ariz record a time of 9 minutes and 18 seconds. Hubig and Judd, 9 minutes 11. And that time's equalled by the Castrol Toyota Corolla of Damso and Hodgson. But Gemmell's got the bit between his teeth and pulls out another 6 seconds to increase the Subaru's lead to 21 seconds. Back to Killarney for 2 Subaru Super Special stages. 2 cars compete on equal length circuits running the wrong way round. The 2 cars hit the main straight, one peeling off through the pit complex and subway while the other runs through Vodacom Corner. Meeting again on the back straight, then negotiate the very fast Sabat sweep before rejoining the main straight where they swap courses. First away, Hubig and Damso with the Toyota fighting for traction. On board with Hubig on his way to Vodacom. Having negotiated the pit complex, Damso starts his second lap as Hubig clears the subway to rejoin the circuit. The Castrol Toyota flies past with Hubig in hot pursuit. Heavy braking into Sabat, and Hubig uses the dirt to pull back precious time. The flying finish and the 2 cars are separated by just 1 second. Huge excitement for the massive crowd, but there's lots more to come. On board with JP Damso, and he uses all the Corolla's power to stay ahead of his A6 rivals. A little too quick into Sabat, and the Toyota's tyre let go, spinning the car and costing the team valuable seconds. More action as Werner Kuckemoor hurls the Rally Extreme BMW through Sabat. Front wheel in the air and the power on, much appreciated by the crowd. In fact, that's worth another look. In any other sport, I think he'd win man of the match. Not quite what they had in mind as Peter Teague and Sean Seegers plant their A6 Polo into the tyres. Fortunately, he didn't have to retire. The leaderboard at the end of day one sees Gemmell now 22 seconds ahead of Damso, with Habig only 6 seconds back. Ruedo and Aris a strong fourth, while the battle for 6 and 7s and A6 honours is only separated by 9 seconds. Kukuma and Frey round off the top 8 and lead S20. Kroll, Watervlei, Olifantsdam, Barry's Way and then El Sana, the longest stage of the event.